Welcome, friends. Thanks for coming to Yoga Bootcamp. My name is Leah. We're gonna start in child's pose, but before you get there, just make sure you have a set of weights at the top of your mat. We're gonna use them for some upper body work today. So whatever you would have at home, that will work for that. Just place them at the top of your mat so we can grab them when we need them. So let's come on down into a child's pose to begin. Whatever feels comfortable for you today. Always feel free to make it your own. Knees can be apart or together. Hands can be face down or flipped up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and land in your child's pose. Think about relaxing your shoulders down your back, softening into the upper body, the head, the neck. Everything relaxes and melts down to the mat. Take 3 deep breaths here. Next time you inhale, let's lift up those fingertips and walk them over to the right, off to the right side of your mat. Maybe cross your left hand over your right if that feels good for you. Gives you that little extra stretch. And then press that left shoulder back down toward the mat. One more breath on this side. Inhale, walk the hands back through center and over to the left. Maybe that right hand stacks on top of the left. Maybe they're just side by side. Right shoulder presses down toward the floor. Deep breathing a couple times here. We'll inhale, come on back to center. Let's press into those hands, lift up into a tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Start to move through a few nice, slow, exaggerated cat-cows. So you can pause maybe on your inhale with that arch in your back, and then transition into that cat pose, really pressing up through the shoulder blades. If you want to move a little bit forward and back or side to side, just do whatever feels good for you today as you move through a few more rounds. One more round of cat and cow. Let's lift the hips up, make your way to downward facing dog. Pedal it out side to side, a little back and forth. Bend and straighten, alternate leg to leg. And then let's inhale, lift up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, press both heels toward the mat. Really lift your hips up, press the mat away from you. Put a big bend in your knees, walk your hands back to your feet, then hang out in your ragdoll. You can bind, you can keep the hands toward the floor. Right, let your head hang heavy, release those elbows if you had them, and slowly roll to rise. One vertebrae at a time. And we'll come up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, walk out to down dog. Inhale, high push up. Exhale, lower to the earth, uncurl the toes, take 3 cobras. Inhale, lifts, exhale, lowers. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, followed by your left. Halfway lift, Forward fold. Press down, reach up, get nice and tall. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Down dog. High push up. Lower to the earth. 2 cobras. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Left foot to the top, followed by the right. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Down dog. High push up. Lower to the earth. Take 1 cobra. Curl the toes under. Press yourself back up to a high push up. Good, downward facing dog. Step or hop your feet to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Down dog. Shift forward, high plank. Yogi's choice. Find your first chaturanga or go all the way down to the ground. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Hands come through heart center. Release them by your sides. Mountain pose. One more breath. All right. First round, group 1, grab your weights. So we're going to do 4 exercises, 1 standing, 1 kneeling, 1 in a plank position, and 1 on our back, okay? These are all going to be upper body and core focused. So we're going to start with our standing exercise. Grab your weights. We're going to take them to the front of our thighs here, and we're going to do a front raise, okay? So join me when you're ready. This is light weights for the shoulders, okay? So we're not going above our shoulder height. And this whole time, we're keeping the belly button to the spine and a little bit of a tuck in our pelvis, okay? A neutral spine is great, but we just don't want a big arch, right? We don't want to look like that, okay? So we're just keeping those hips tucked under just a little bit. Good, few more of these. Let's do 5, 4, lightweight's all you need here. 3, 2, and 1. Good, all right, keep those weights. Come on down into a tall kneeling position. So from the side, this is what it looks like. Just like you're standing, so same little pelvic tuck, core is still tight. Now we're gonna take it out to a side raise, a lateral raise, okay? So I'm keeping a little bit of a bend in my elbow. And again, lifting just right up to shoulder height. All right, why are we kneeling? Because it recruits more abdominal muscle and back muscle to stabilize you in this kneeling position. Good, let's do 5 more. 5, 4, so core is tight the whole time. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're going to set those weights down, but keep them by your side because we're going to grab them again in a second. Exercise number 3 is a push-up to a side plank or a T-twist. So knees or feet here, either is fine. If you're on your knees, we've got our hips drop down. We're going to push up. Then we're going to come up onto our toes and do a side plank, side plank. Come on back down. So you can keep staying on your toes for that push-up, or you can drop to your knees. But then we're going to open to one side, open to the other. Good. So come on back down, knees or feet, push up. Good. Now you can obviously stay on your knees for that side plank as well. You would just have one knee down and then the other knee down. Push up. Come on, open. Good. We've got control here. Open. One more push up. So the goal is 5 push-ups. So if you missed one, because I was talking, make sure you get that 5th push-up, all right? So 5 push-ups, 5 T-twists or as alternating side planks. Exercise number 4, we're gonna grab those weights again, and we're gonna come onto our back. We're gonna do an open and close. So feet are up, flexed, arms are up with those weights. Now you could use both your weights, you could use one weight, you could use no weights, okay? Belly button's pulling back to the floor, low back is pulling back to the floor. I'm gonna open up, so my hands are going over my head, my feet are going to about a 45 degree, then I'm gonna close up, do a little crunch at the top. Good, come on, open, back up, little crunch. So we're super controlled and really engaged here. I do not want your feet hitting the floor, because if your feet are hitting the floor, you're not controlling with your core, okay? You should just be going to about 45 degrees. That's where the control is, that back down on the floor. That's where the abs are actually really working. Good, 3 more of these. 3, 2, last one. Woo. All right, so we're gonna set those weights down. Come on back up to standing. We'll take a little stretch. We're gonna do all 4 of those again, okay? We're doing 2 rounds of each of these 4 groups of 4, okay? So give yourself a little swing. Grab a drink if you need one. And then we're picking up the weights again, okay? Same 4 exercises. So we're starting with our standing, firm foundation in the feet, shoulders are relaxed and down, core is engaged, front raise, right to shoulder height. If this is too heavy for you with what you have at home, options to drop the weight or maybe go alternating. So instead of both at the same time, you alternate side to side. So you're getting a little mini break on one side. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Come on down. Back to your kneeling position. Make sure we've got that little tuck. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your core. All right. Then we're going to start with our lateral raise, our side raise. Good. We're not scrunching the shoulders up to the ears, right? Keeping them soft and relaxed. Little bend in the elbows. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Weights come down. Push up, side plank. 5 of them. So start when you're ready. Modify as you need to. So you can do that push up on your feet or on your knees. And then you can do your alternating side plank. Same thing, on your feet or on your knees. Just gonna hit that side plank, pause for a second, come back to center, reset, push up. Side, middle, side, back to center. This is my number 4. We're going for 5. Good, I got 1 more. All right, get your 5 in. Come on down, shake out those arms. We're grabbing the weights again for our second round of that open and close for the abs. So legs come up, feet are flexed, weights are overhead. When you're ready, you're gonna open and then bring it up, little crunch at the top. Don't worry about speed here. What we want is muscular control. You should feel this in your core. These make me sore every time I do them, no matter what weights I use. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo. All right, come on down, drop those weights, put them back at the top of your mat. Let's come onto our tabletop, our hands and knees. We're gonna do a little ab stretch. Cat cow, that's 3 rounds. Woo. And just going into that cow pose, you should feel a big old stretch in your core. Good, 3 of these. After your 3rd round, downward facing dog. Woo. Give it a nice deep breath in and out. Step or hop your feet to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Flow or step right back to down dog. Ooh, that up dog feels good. Right foot, warrior 1. Hang out in your warrior 1 for a second. Really feel that position. Spread your toes. Press into that back pinky toe of your back foot. Good. Take a deep breath in. Give me a little back bend. And then we're going to humble our warrior. So we're going to bring our hands down by the sides. Maybe you interlace them behind you. Pull those shoulders down your back. And then if you can bow forward. So we're warrior 1 legs. Humble that warrior. Let your head rest. Still strong legs. Strong core. Good. Reach those hands and frame the front foot. Turn your toe. Step back, high plank. Move through a flow or shift right to down dog. Left foot, warrior 1. Inhale to rise and exhale. Soften into your warrior. Peek at your toes. Really feel those legs working. Inhale, little back bend. Exhale, humble your warrior. So if you want to clasp the hands, send the shoulder blades down the spine, and then reach forward into that humble warrior position. One more breath. Good. Release your hands from behind your back. Frame your foot. Turn that back toe so it's facing forward. Step back, high plank. Move through a flow or downward facing dog. Good. Deep breath in and out. Feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. Hands through your heart center. Mountain pose. Great. All right. Round 2, group 2. Grab a quick drink if you need one. Same format. Standing, kneeling, plank position on our back, okay? 4 different exercises. So let's grab our weights. Actually, no. We're going to skip the weights on the first one. Our standing exercise. We're going to take a Y, like a Prasarita stance, okay? Toes are turned out. Legs are wide. We're going to come down into just a little demi squat, okay? Hands behind the head, so just like fingertips right behind the head. Weights in the heels. You can see I can wiggle my toes. So we're going to take right arm, hinge it over like you're reaching your hand towards the ground. Come back up to center, switch. Left hand, hinge over, reach toward the ground. Keep going. So we've got a nice oblique side abdominal crunch happening here while you're holding this little squat. All right. We're not touching the ground, right? At least I can't touch the ground. Maybe you can. I'm not touching the ground, but I'm just reaching for it. Good. Keep everything centered. We're not leaning forward. We're not leaning back. Legs are starting to burn a little bit. Good, one more each side. Woo, all right, come on up. Now we're gonna grab our weights. We're gonna come into our kneeling position, so back into our tall kneeling position. Grab your weights. We've got a hammer curl, so a bicep curl with the weights parallel to the body, okay? Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, you can do a traditional curl. I just find that the hammer curl feels a little better on my wrists. That's just my personal preference. You do what feels good for you. Shoulders stay relaxed, still squeezing my butt. Keeping the core engaged. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Weights come to the side. Hover position, all right? You guys know I love my hovers here. So tabletop, we're gonna curl the toes under, lift the knees to that hover. In that hover then, we're gonna row. So we're gonna bring the elbow up to side, take it back down, switch. Elbow up to side, take it back down, okay? So we're gonna be hovering and we're gonna be alternating that row, okay? So find your hover. Try to make sure that those wrists stay under the shoulders. Curl the toes under, lift the knees up. Okay, so you've got your hover, belly button squeezing in, and then we're gonna just do this alternating row. So the trick here is to try not to move a huge amount from side to side because we're trying to keep the hips square, keep the core active. I know we're gonna move a little bit. It's pretty inevitable. But just think we're not taking a big dip from side to side. Good, keep it a couple more. 1 more each side. Woo, awesome. All right, onto your back. We're gonna do sometimes call this a starfish or a long leg bicycle curl or bicycle crunch. On your back. So I'm gonna start with my right leg, left hand. So I'm opposite side. So my left leg is bent, my right leg is my stabilizer on the floor, and then I'm gonna reach my left hand to my right toe and then open back up, all right? So we're gonna stay on this side. Join me when you're ready. Again, our foot is not touching the ground, all right? We're staying in that hover position, taking it across the body. So we've got low abs with that leg going up and down. We've got this twist of the upper body crossing over towards the lower body. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're just gonna switch sides, okay? So just reset and go opposite direction. Right hand, left leg, all right? Crunch it up and then open leg to a hover. Good, cross that body. The leg that's moving is active, foot is flexed, quad is engaged, strong leg. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hug your knees into your chest for a second. Give yourself just a little rock side to side. Whew. All right, we're gonna roll on up back to standing, okay? So come on up. We're gonna do all 4 of those one more time. Drink if you need one. No weights to start. We're starting with that demi squat again, okay? So when you're ready, grab that kind of wide squat position. Make sure you can wiggle your toes. Come on down, hands behind the head, and then join me for that reach. That oblique, crunch, side, reach. Now you can certainly grab a set of light weights and use those, like hold them right here, just don't hit yourself in the head. But you can take them down to the side there too, if you wanted a little extra challenge. I'm feeling pretty good with this so far. Good. Couple more. 1 more each side. Grab those weights, come to your kneeling position. We got our bicep curls again. If you want to fancy them up a little bit this time, you can go center curl, wide curl. Just a little alternating, changing the angle a little bit. Just changes a little bit of the way the muscle gets worked. You're still working your biceps the whole time. Just a slightly different angle. Don't forget to squeeze your glutes. Keep that core tight. Whew, a few more of these. Good, let's do one more. If you're going inner, then also grab that outer curl. All right, come on down to your hover. Now, again, if you want to make these a little harder, you can use your weights here. So you would just do the same thing, except you're just going to be with your weights. Now, the only problem with that is sometimes people's weights roll around. So you just want to make sure that you feel comfortable with holding that grip on those weights if you want to. I'm going to skip it right now just because these weights are pretty small and rolly. So coming back to that hover, hit your hover, and then let's row. So every time you pull that elbow up and in, I want you to think about squeezing your back muscle, squeezing that shoulder blade in toward your spine. I'm getting a little high, so I'm going to try to drop my knees back towards the floor. Always got to keep adjusting as we're doing this. Good, one more each side. Good. Come on down, we got our starfish, long leg bicycles. On your back, pick a side, any side. I'm going to start with my left arm, right leg. Let's go when you're ready. So we're lifting up and reaching. Cross the body. Foot to a hover. Leg is strong. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a pause, switch sides, set up your other side. When you're ready, let's lift and cross. Keep control of the leg. Keep pulling your belly button to your spine. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hug it in. Give it a rock side to side. Take a few deep breaths. Again, we're going to roll it over onto hands and knees, tabletop position. 3 cats and cows. Ooh, stretch out that core. Yep, that feels good. Getting that little stretch before we move on. 1 more. Good. Make your way up to your downward facing dog. Little pedals side to side. Step your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up to the top. Fold it forward. Halfway lift. Flow or step back to downward facing dog. Right foot warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. So again, pause in your warrior 2. Just check out your feet. Check out the shoulders over the hips, head in line, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Lunge forward just a little bit more. Deepen that bend in the front knee. Back to warrior 2, hinge forward, extended side angle. We'll reach that left arm up to the ceiling. Shoulders are open, hips are open. 1 more breath. Good, turn and look towards your toes. Bring your hands down, frame your foot, step back to high plank, move through a flow, or straight to down dog. Left foot, warrior one. Warrior two. Good, pause here and breathe. Flip your front palm and reverse your warrior. Deepen into the front knee just a little bit more. Back through warrior two, hinge and reach, extended side angle. Just stay and breathe. Take your gaze to your front foot, reach the hands down, step back, high plank, flow or down dog. Step or hop your feet to the top, halfway lift, forward fold, rise up, mountain pose. Awesome job, you guys. All right, last round of abs and arms, okay? Same format, 4 new exercises. We're gonna start with our standing. We're gonna do a tricep overhead extension. So, depending on what you have at home, you can grab 2 lighter weights and kind of press them together, okay? So you're just gonna kind of hold them and press them together. Or, if you have 1 heavier weight, you could just use 1, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going overhead. Weight is right behind my head. Hips are tucked under, core is tight. My elbows are gonna stay pointed at the ceiling the whole time as I lift and lower, okay? So it's a tricep overhead extension. So let's go. I'm just gonna press my 2 weights together and hold them overhead. So core control is important here because we don't want to be swaying. We want a solid leg, solid midsection. You're going to start to feel that burn in the back of the tricep. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, keep those weights. Come on down into that kneeling position. All right, same kneeling position here. Whatever weights you want, we're going overhead press. So I'm coming into a goalpost position. Right arm presses up, left arm presses up. All right, keep going, keep alternating. You can use 0 weights here. You can use whatever you have. You can actually even use a band, like a mini band, and pull down instead of pressing up. We're gonna feel that shoulder burn here in a second. Couple more. 1 more each side. Woo! All right, weights come down. Low plank, hip dips side to side, okay? So, into my low plank, elbows under shoulders, butt is down. I'm going to dip my hip toward the right, back to center, dip my hips to the left, back to center. I'm kind of swaying my toes, my heels are dropping from one side to the other. We're going to try to stay in that low plank and not let our hips rise up. So join me if you haven't already. Side to side, hip dips. They start off pretty easy, and then they get more challenging. And your feet might move around a little bit, that's fine. Just readjust. Dip, center, dip, center. I'm going to do 1 more each side. And rest. Good. Woo. Take a little child's pose stretch there for a second. And then we're coming onto the back for 1 more ab, okay? So legs up. We're going to reach alternating hand to alternating foot. Opposite is what I should say, not alternating. Okay, so I'm reaching up. I'm reaching my right pinky finger to my left pinky toe. So I'm reaching up and across. Left pinky finger to right pinky toe. Okay, so I'm crunching and I'm twisting. Come on in, join me, let's go. Now the whole time, I'm pulling my belly button down. Right, we're staying active. And I'm lifting my torso up each time that I'm reaching. So it's a crunch and a twist. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good. Bring those knees down. Take a little twist or a little hug. Shake it out. All right. Back up to the top. All right. One more time for these 4. All right. So 1 weight or 2, tricep overhead extension. If you've got 2, press them together. If you got 1, hold them by the ends. I'm going to show you from the side. All right, lift it up. When you're ready, let's go. Elbows stay pointed up to the ceiling. Still tucking my pelvis under just a little bit so I don't have a big arch. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, come on down to your kneeling. Nice and tall. Squeeze your butt. Come to your goal post. 1 press overhead, alternating press overhead. Keep breathing. We got 3 more. One more. This is 10. 10 and 10. Good. Woo! All right. Our low plank hip dips side to side. Find that low plank. We're almost there, you guys. Stay with me. Low plank. Dip it to one side, dip it to the other. Keep going. Core's tight. This is 8. Going to 10, 9. 1 more, 10. And 10. Oh my. All right. Stretch it out. Last exercise. Legs up. Reaching opposite foot. Pinky finger, pinky toe. All right. Strong legs, flexed feet. Let's go. Give me that big lift and reach. Yes. Almost there, guys. Keep it up. 2 more. Woo! All right, bring those knees down. Give them a hug. Hug them into your chest. Rock them side to side. Good stuff. Woo. All right, I want you to kind of rock up into a seat because we need to do a couple of arm stretches here since we did a lot of shoulders and a lot of arms. So find an easy seat. Give me a little shoulder roll back, like 3 or 4 shoulder rolls back. Good, then reverse it. 3 or 4 forward. Good. Let's take your right arm. I want you to cross it over your body, but we're keeping that shoulder relaxed, right? We're not hugging it up here. So shoulder is relaxed and down. Grab that forearm and just a gentle pull. pull, 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 Good, take that same arm, reach it up overhead. We're gonna gently pull on that elbow. So elbows right up to the ceiling, getting that tricep stretch. All right, shake it out, other side, left arm, take it across the body, shoulder stays relaxed, little pull on the forearm. Good, take that same arm up and over, really gentle pull on the elbow. Good, release that. I want you to take your arms out to the side, kind of press the shoulder blades back together. Thumbs are up towards the ceiling, and then turn your thumbs down and press them back towards the wall behind you. So it should give you a good bicep and shoulder stretch as well. So still pressing back, thumbs are down, pressing toward the wall behind you. Good, let that go. Clasp the hands behind the back. Press the hands down towards the floor, open up the chest. All right, release that. Take the hands out forward, clasp them and press the palms away from you. Drop your chin to your chest, pull your shoulder blades apart. All right, let that go. Let's roll on down onto your back. Bring those knees into the chest, give them a hug. Rock them side to side. And then drop both knees to the right and open up your arms. So arms are in a T. We're trying to keep the shoulder blades down as much as we can to really deepen that twist. And open up through the chest. Next time you inhale, bring the knees back through center. And exhale, drop them to the other side. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale, Shavasana. Close your eyes, take a few big deep breaths. Start to deepen your breath a little bit, move your body a little bit. Roll things out, twist them side to side. Eventually draw those knees in, hug them to your chest, and roll to one side. And gently press yourself up into an easy seat. Take a deep breath in, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thumbs to third eye center. With grace, with gratitude, we bow together. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. So glad to see you here today. I hope you have a great week, and that I will see you real soon. Take care.